Ger, thanks for taking the call this evening. I know Naas racecourse is very close to your heart. A lot of your good horses have started their careers off here.
Yeah, the list is too long to mention, Kevin. I grew up in Clane, and Naas was our local track. And since I started training, Naas has been very, very lucky for me. And I've introduced every nice horse we have there, as close by as Siskin. He won his maiden there. But all our nice horses, as you said, Even So won the trial on route to win in the Classic last summer. I've great time for Naas Racecourse, and they've done a fantastic job there in recent years. With the new buildings and that. And the sooner we can all get back and enjoy the facility during the summer, the better.
Yes, and of course, your dad, Joe, he rarely misses a meeting here as well in normal times, and he often takes the winning trophy for you as well. He loves coming racing to his local track.
Yeah, Dad's, I think he's 84 now. I'd like to get a race name for him at Naas. And run it when we can all come out of lockdown, so he can enjoy it, because he meets all his local golfing buddies there and has great out fun. He knows you all, and everybody's very good to him, and that's he looks forward to Naas.
El Tel was another one who made her debut here. She went on and won the Queen Mary at Royal Ascot. I know it's your local track, relatively local track, because you were brought up near in Clane, but why do you like to start off your good horse here? Because of the track itself, how fair it is? Obviously, they've spent a lot of money upgrading, getting rid of a lot of the ridges out in the racecourse. Is that one of the reasons?
Exactly. It's one of our better. It's one of our better tracks. It's as simple as that. It's 45 minutes from the yard, and as you say, trainers always go where they're lucky. I see Willie uses Tremora, and if you're lucky, you keep going. And Naas is one of my lucky venues, and I think it's a good fair track on the straight track. Anyway, you can have you can introduce a nice horse. There's plenty. The best horse normally wins, and the 7 furlong a mile start. Now, I think it's a very fair track, and they're always upgrading it. So it's high up on my agenda of when I get disappointed if I don't have horses for the races. I'll put it to you that way.
And Jared, as you said, it's a very fair track. Normally the best horse wins as well, but it's a good test of a horse, isn't it? And especially 2-year-olds as well. They tend to learn a lot here from the first run, don't they, Naas?
Yeah, and that's important. I like to see it. I like to see the 2-year-old. I'm not mad if they win first time out, fantastic, but I like to see them progress from race to race. I wouldn't be mad keen on introducing 2-year-olds at this time of the year on heavy ground. Maybe like it was on Sunday, but as you can see, like, we're harrowing rolling the lands already. It can dry overnight, but between now and Sunday we could go from soft to nice ground. So depending on the weather, if the ground is on the nice side, I would, you'd start your 2-year-olds this soon. But at the moment, I'll take my time with my 2-year-olds and just wait for a bit of better ground.
Psychedelic Funk was another good servant of yours. There was a standing dish around Naas as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he ended up, he won a stakes race there, I'm sure. Oh, listen, Kevin, I'd need a list in front of me. I was looking up the Madrid form on Sunday, and Aidan's horse ran second or third to one of mine, and I was trying to remember which horse it was, and this is only last summer. And then I looked up the form of my horse, and if you had have asked me prior to me looking it up, I would have told you I never won the Forens final, but we did, and I couldn't remember. So I don't know whether dementia is setting in sooner than it should be, but I think it's another thing is that, I haven't been racing for a while, and you just, you watch the racing on the TV, and it's more of a job. You tend, because you're not there, it's out of your memory quicker,
Just to recap last year, I'd say you won't mind any of us recapping on last year with you. Red letter year, not one classic, but 2 classics, both, of course, Naas winners. Siskin, obviously, in the Guineas, and of course, Even So on the Irish Oaks. She won the Oaks trial here at Naas. Wonderful year.
Yeah, she was a sweetheart. I loved Even So. Lovely, lovely, honest filly by Camelot. Funny, she won her maiden. I always thought a lot of her, from the time we seen her in Goran Park. And the aim was to go out there and win that race in Naas. And funny enough, she came out and got beat by one of our own. Colin rode her, and Lemista beat her just purely because Lemista could handle the ground better than her. But even so, just thrived from race to race. And we knew going to the Curragh that she was in a very good place. Not in our wildest dreams did we ever think we'd win the Oaks, but listen, when you've got pedigrees coming from Coolmore and owned by that outfit, you know that, you know, you can always dream. And that just capped off a fantastic summer, like to win 2 classics. They're like Dublin buses. We never won one, and then when we got the one, we got the 2. So it was a fantastic feeling, and it's something I got pictures done of them. The 2 of them are retired now, and I got pictures. Charles Church painted us 2 portraits of the pair of them, and I have them up on the wall, and it's something to look back with fondly, you know.
Yes, with a lot of pride as well. How's the team shaping up? Obviously, you'd want to be happy with them at this time of year, but overall quality, you're happy with things?
I've got plenty of quantity. Whether I've got quality, the jury's out. If I certainly don't have an Even So or a Siskin, unless a 3-year-old maiden really takes off when we introduce them. But I mean, I'm long enough around to know what I'm looking at. I would say we'll be light on the ground. We certainly won't have many Group 2s or Group 1s, if any. And I'd say we'll be playing around listed and Group 3 level if we're lucky. And if we have a proper racehorse, it'll be probably a 2-year-old. But I haven't wound them up yet. And I mean, I'd live in hope that it's a 2-year-old, because you know yourself every year when you kick off what quality you have. And I don't, listen, I'd hang my hat on it. We don't have a big horse this year.
But still only early days yet. Plenty of 2-year-olds there to hopefully keep the dream alive, and hopefully something smart will come out of it.
Something normally does, and sure, isn't that why we do the job? It's you know, the 2-year-olds keep you dreaming. And I mean, this year for some reason I got them going, and then I didn't drill them as hard as I can do. You know, I've waited with them, and I just want them to come with the weather, and I'm in no rush with them. But there's a couple there that I like, and you live in hope. You live in hope. But our year, like, it's cyclical. You know, you'd have good 3-year-olds, and then you'd have, you know, if you have average 2-year-olds, then your next 3-year-old season is going to be ordinary, and then you're dependent on your 2-year-olds. And I would say that's going to be a year for me. I mean, we had nice 2-year-olds that were winning races without having exceptional 2-year-olds last year. And for that reason, I'd say we'll have an average year. You know, we'll win plenty of maidens, Kevin, and we'll win plenty of our races. But whether we win as much stake races as we were, I doubt it. But we live in hope, as they say.
We live in hope, and hopefully we'll see plenty of Ger Lyons winners, which I have no doubt, winning here at Naas Racecourse. Ger, thanks for taking the time out to have a chat with us this evening. And did you buy a bell over the winter?
No, I didn't buy a bell, and I still didn't get the one that I was promised. But I must show you videos. I'll show you what we do. We've a little border terrier here that John Short gave me, and I'll show you. It'll make you laugh. That's our bell. When we're letting our horses loose in the stalls, this little man makes more noise than any bell, I can tell you. So no, we're enjoying the Friday night club with you two. You're working hard. I don't know how you're still working with the amount of hours you're working and the amount of money you're making. I mean, it's just amazing. Your hunger for this.
Jerry Maguire, my idol. Show me the money.
But listen, with this, it's just, here's hoping we all get vaccinated sooner rather than later, and we're all back racing and back to normality sooner rather than later, you know. But hopefully there's some light at the end of the tunnel.